Away. Welcome back to What Are the Odds of Football. Of course, my name is Anika. And of course, I'm sitting with another original here, BK. How are you in that?
Nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Right?
This
This had to be done. This had to come back.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for Valentine's Day. We know you guys were going to pay attention to us.
No. Your women were not going to allow you to watch.
Now you can't be watching our videos. Now we're going to be saying you guys are not liking. You guys are not leaving subscriptions. So yeah, very. We had to make sure that you guys are prepared. Lies aside, guys, we've been busy on our side also. Like we always say, man, we just love chilling and talking about football. It's just that we've both been busy. As you can see, Pretty Boy is not here. He's also dealing with some stuff. So yeah, man, we had to kick off. We had to start. Even now, we're tired. It's hot in the Free State. It's going down. PK, shall we jump straight into business?
Let's go. Let's do this.
All right. So what we're definitely going to touch on has to be what we missed on. Mm-hmm. Last episode, we were waiting for the Champions League draw.
Sure.
Right? Last 16.
Yeah.
We never got to record that episode because you were going to Joburg. I don't know what happened to you. I was going home. Pretty was still working. So yeah, the gang was separated. But yeah, we're back. So let's talk about this last 16 BK. And of course, we're going to talk about last week's game. Just after Valentine's, we had Manchester City who were hosted by Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Nothing much to say here.
Nothing much to say. It was, Copenhagen really, because they were in a group with us, if I'm not mistaken. So they went through Bayern. So I expected them, especially at home, to put a bit of a fight. But of course, you would expect City to win the game.
Yeah. So, is this scoreline good for Manchester City though?
It is a good scoreline because when you get to the Etihad, you will suffer.
Okay. Because I think after they would have played this game after the second leg, they would have played it after they played Liverpool, if I'm correct.
And
think
they have to play United, they have to play Liverpool, and they have to play Copenhagen.
Sure.
Those three games.
They're all in
the mix.
And that can be exhausting for a team. Especially now when you're coming to second leg. City should not struggle in the second leg.
They shouldn't.
Good scoreline, nothing much to say here.
I don't see Copenhagen beating them 2-0, going to extra time, shocking them in penalties. Maybe a draw, which will be fine for City.
I mean, I watched the game. I caught it second half. Thank you, Escom. And City were dominating the game. It was just that they made one mistake for the goal.
Sure.
It was nothing that much, nothing. Right. And then, of course, again, also last week, Tuesday, we had Leipzig. And, of course, the kings of Europe, Real Madrid. 1-0.
Look, Leipzig is a tough one. It's a tough team. And to be honest, kudos to Ancelotti for where Madrid are, both in the Champions League and in the league, particularly because of the injuries. I know Tchouaméni has been playing centre back for quite some time. Let me say, you can almost say they've been playing the second team.
Okay.
But they're 5 points ahead, but and then they beat Leipzig away.
Okay.
Surely when they get to the Bernabeu, they should finish off Leipzig. But the likes of Jude, your centre backs, like there's a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
But kudos to them for being where they are now. Leipzig is a tough place to go.
It is definitely. I knew it was going to be counter versus counter. I didn't watch the game. Didn't even get a chance to watch the highlights actually. But I knew it was going to be a counter versus counter, and I'm like, you're playing Madrid. Honestly, in the business right now, they are the best. They've got the pace, they've got the midfield to play that counter-attacking football on their side. So really nothing much to say about this game. Do you think they're through?
Do I think?
Madrid are through.
Definitely they are through. Definitely they don't go through.
They won't make it difficult for themselves in the second leg.
No,
Bernabeu,
the crowd will be behind them, 5 points ahead. I don't think there are any difficult games for them in the league coming up, but they can't afford to rest
8 games.
Players.
Yeah, 8 points, I mean, sorry.
Yeah. So they should progress.
Right.
It should progress.
Then, Wednesday, on the 14th, I just said before, okay, so on the 14th of February, on Valentine's Day, I'm sad for a few guys here who are probably trapped and didn't get to watch their team or good games. We had PSG hosting Real Sociedad at the Paris Saint-Germain Stadium. Are they done? 2-0.
I would think so. I would think they're done. Look, the best Real Society can hope for second leg is a draw. I'm a bit concerned about that PSG midfield. For me, it's not. I don't see them winning the Champions League with that midfield.
Yeah, I mean, watching a game against Real Sociedad, I watched that game fully, thank God. Okay, I didn't finish it because when they scored the second goal, I was like,
It's dying.
yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Sociedad dominated the midfield most of the time. The only difference in this game was that Sociedad did not finish their chances.
The difference was Mbappe.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, damn. I try to hate him every day, but every time I watch him, I'm like, yeah, this boy is there.
It's too good. It's too good.
Yeah, this boy is there. Okay, Shab. So we're saying they're done. Just for us to touch on PSG, they are where we expect them to be in the league.
Sure.
First of all, is Enrique doing a good job? And second of all, is it a good thing that, because no one is actually talking about them. When they had your Neymars, your Messis, they were like, these guys have to do something spectacular. Where we need a good. Is it a good thing for Enrique and the squad that there's not that much attention on the squad? No one is really paying attention to PSG.
No, definitely, it's a good thing for him. It takes the pressure off. You know, people are more focused on Mbappe leaving than anything else.
Yes.
I remember when in the weekend when Madrid was supposed to play, I don't remember, was it Alaves? I don't remember which team they were playing on the weekend. For 30 minutes, Carlo Ancelotti fielded questions on Mbappe. They didn't ask about
of course.
the starting lineup. They just asked about Mbappe, and that's the case now. The attention is on Mbappe more than anything else, which takes the pressure off. And I think it's a good thing for PSG that the pressure is off them.
Enrique?
Above average.
Above average.
Above average.
So he's done okay.
It's okay.
Well, what would you expect him to achieve? Obviously, the league you have to achieve, right? There's not been a Bayer Leverkusen in this league, but Champions League wise, Sharp, let's say they get through now, quarterfinals.
Look, it depends on the draw, but I still feel like they have enough in them to beat another big team, man. Inter Milan. We'll see which big team goes through. But I hear a lot of Arsenal fans, and I was laughing yesterday because I hear a lot of Arsenal fans saying they should win the Champions League if they don't face Madrid.
Okay, we'll get to Arsenal.
Yeah, Madrid, City, or Bayern. Those are the three teams that apparently Arsenal fans are afraid of. Any other team can come. So I would love to see PSG versus Arsenal.
Okay.
I would love to see a PSG versus Arsenal. But yeah, I think PSG, we have enough in them to beat another big team.
What does Enrique go and do in the summer in Europe?
Look, now there's talk about Rashford.
Okay.
Currently, they want Rashford to replace Mbappe, who's leaving.
Do you think that they need a big money signing? You've been talking about the midfield, and if you look at all the midfielders right now all around the world,
I wouldn't say big money signing. I just say give Enrique the squad, trust him to do whatever he wants to do with the squad.
Okay.
Whether it's a big money signing or not, I have no idea what would work for him. But he definitely needs a proper holding midfielder. That's what I would say, proper holding midfielder and a proper box to box.
Sure.
So that's what I would say. And then obviously he needs to replace Mbappe. Unless he puts in Asensio in that role.
Yeah, but I mean, a player like Asensio is a player that you would build your squad around. At the age he's at, he's not been, I don't want to say on form, because you go again in Ligue 1, he's done well.
He's done well, man. I just feel he needs game time. I just feel like he needs game time. He like what I've seen from him coming from the bench at Madrid, his quality. He's a good player. Hence, PSG signed him. I just feel like he needs game time.
Okay.
I feel like next season he will definitely.
Would you build your squad around him?
I would definitely build my squad around him.
In the absence of age, though.
I feel like he has a good 3 years left in him.
Okay.
I feel like he has a good 2-3 years left in him. So I'll definitely build my squad around him. He has the pace, he has the quality in front of goal, he can pick a pass, he can score them. So I'll definitely build the squad around him because when you look, they have Bacola, they have Gonzalo Ramos from the Portuguese.
The guy who replaced Ronaldo.
They still have those kind of players, but I feel like he's
a game changer.
He's a game changer. Next to Mbappe, he's that player at PSG that they currently have.
Okay.
That can change a game, given that he's fit, given enough game time, especially in League 2. I feel like he can.
I'm coming up with dumb questions in my mind as you're talking. Rate his career with Eden Hazard. Leave the titles.
Leave the titles, yes.
This is a guy who would come in and.
I feel like he's a professional. He's a professional, which is not. I can't say the same about Hazard.
Okay.
Especially when they played in the same team.
Yeah. Okay. And he was still playing.
And he was still playing while Hazard was apparently fed Hazard, but he's a professional.
Okay.
He reminds me a bit of Chicharito, a bit more quality than Chicharito. But he should do well, man. Next season he should do well.
So you think he should do well? Yeah. As long as they sign at least those midfielders.
As long as they sign midfielders, as long as the supply is there, he can carry the team. That's what I'm trying to say. He can carry the team.
I know it's probably not going to happen. Yeah? Last part about this PSG side. We don't put Enrique under pressure next season, especially in the Champions League.
No, we shouldn't. I feel like we shouldn't. I feel like give him one more season. After this season, give him one more season. Then next season,
then now the pressure comes.
Definitely the pressure should come. Next season, obviously, if you lose a star player like Mbappe, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and I mean you built your squad around this guy.
Around Mbappe, so it's gonna be tough. So give him that season to find his feet, to get a player to build the squad around.
Okay.
Should it be Asensio? Should it be Bacola? Should it be Dembele? I don't know.
Who there's Dembele?
There's Dembele.
Who's not been injured this season. Damn. Okay. I mean, it is a flipping surprise. It makes me wonder which black motherfucker left cares on that. We don't even play in Camp Nou anymore.
Yeah.
Check your t-shirts, Barca. Check your t-shirts. All right, and then we go to also on the 14th of Feb last week, Lazio hosted Bayern Munich, Kings of Germany, and they lost 1-0. Should they be worried?
They should. I think his Tuchel is out now.
Okay, he has already said that end of the season.
End of the season is going.
But there's speculation that if something goes wrong, he might be out before.
Sooner. If they go out of the Champions, I think Xavi the same. If they go out of the Champions League earlier, these coaches might leave the team.
Okay. Okay, it's a bit different for me with the whole Xavi and Tuchel thing. Yeah? And Barca, if you sign Tuchel, I promise you I'm leaving your club. I don't want to lie to you. I'm gone. I don't give with Tuchel, this is a club that's been dominating the league.
Sure.
You understand? They've been dominating the league, they've been winning the DFB, all that stuff. And you're just 8 points behind. Yeah? I would say a mid-team. Right? Because we can't dub Bio4 now as a great team, a big team. You understand? They're going to have their challenges. With Xavi, like I always say to you, Madrid let us win that league last season.
Sure.
You understand? They were always a good squad.
So with this Bayern team, yeah,
And I mean, Tuchel got a working squad. Yes, Nagelsmann was not the perfect coach, but he got a working squad. The squad was working. Xavi had to rebuild.
Look, I said it when they fired Nagelsmann last season. Right? It's a big mistake for me. It was a mistake.
I remember you were really shouting on that.
Yeah, especially because they had to play City within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, no, Tuchel can't take on Pep. So from my side, I think they made a big mistake. Yes, Tuchel is what we may say is an above average coach to PSG to the final
PSG final or Champions League
Chelsea, but still to take Nagelsmann out and then to put Tuchel in was quite bizarre from Bayern.
So my question would it be fair? Which one makes more sense for Tuchel to now, if he loses against Lazio, which one makes more sense? For him to get sacked, or for Xavi, who has taken you guys from number 13th in his first season to second, won you the league the next season. Third season actually got you to a position that you've not been in 3 years in the Champions League.
Look, I would say Tuchel makes more sense to sack than Xavi. Xavi, you can see the football. You can see the football that I would say sometimes they're unlucky. I don't know what it is with you guys being scored first and then you have to come from behind and how many games you've done that.
It's that black guy, though. I don't know who it is. Dembele. You know, I might see you the French motherfucker. But we don't know, eh?
So I feel like Tuchel, if Bayern go out, definitely I would say.
So do they sack him immediately? Are you okay with him leaving end of the season?
I'm okay with him leaving now.
Okay.
Because what is he still fighting for?
Okay.
I'm okay with him leaving now.
Not the league.
No. Get Hansi Flick back if it's possible.
I mean, I wouldn't go as Hansi Flick though.
Look, the only reason he left was because Germany was calling.
No, he left because he was fighting with the president.
Oh yeah.
That's why this guy's left.
Nagelsmann.
Not Nagelsmann, man. The president. Remember now there's new president?
Yes.
So he was arguing with them and I mean, you saw that in Lewandowski. You understand? You see that in now players. I mean, if a whole Kimmich wants to go.
So they have problems there.
They have problems in that presidency. The relationship between the presidency and the players. And the issue is that they don't have that, the coach. And they keep firing coaches.
Sack him now. I think so. Sack him now.
Rebuild for next season.
Rebuild for next season already. Unless if they still feel like they can still win the league. Should they go out of the Champions League? But
again, if you feel like you can win the league, are you saying you can win the league with the coach you have now?
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Sack him now. Sack him now.
All right, then to touch with the whole, we have to talk about Bio 4. Xavi Alonso, great job. He's not even finished the season yet.
Yeah. I was watching one of his interviews and I was like, this guy's a typical midfielder, talking about how when you control the game, when you control the midfield, the game is all but done because when you control that section and you pass the ball around, you move the ball around, and the players in front create spaces for this line, this midfield line. So I was like, yo, this guy has his own philosophy, and I mean, he learned from the best. He learned from Pep, Ancelotti, Mourinho, Benitez, all these coaches coached him, and he's sort of taken all of these and he has his own philosophy about football.
Yeah, and that's what I love about him, is that he has his own philosophy.
Yeah, it's working.
With Xavi, you almost expected that he's gonna try and play Pep.
Yeah.
Question though, he has to leave end of the season.
Xabi Alonso. I think not.
Do you think that they can keep the players, which is weird? We had a very quiet transfer window. Do you think with what they've done this season, he can keep those players? Or let's say he doesn't, which is most likely he won't, because Bio 4 are not financially one of those strong teams, and then still do the same thing. Because then what would be his goal
It will be interesting to see if he can do the same
thing
next season. But definitely, like Leicester, like a team like Leicester, you know, when they won the league, a lot of players were touted by the bigger teams, the likes of Mahrez. I don't know how players like Kante, they left.
It was COVID.
Yeah. So it will be interesting to see if he can keep the players. But
he won't, let's be honest.
But if he doesn't, that's a test for me. And after next season, I would say...
Then you can say he can go.
Then he can go.
Okay.
Because next season will be a real test for him. The players left to see if this philosophy can be transferred to incoming players. Can they do what the players like Frimpong are doing? And
Frimpong is going to go.
That's what I'm saying.
I am sorry to say this. Frimpong is going to go.
Yeah.
That guy is definitely on his way. And of course, then let's talk about this week, Tuesday. We had PSV who hosted Borussia Dortmund, and I wanted to watch this game because apparently there was a controversy somewhere, somehow. Yeah.
I didn't watch the entire game. I watched...
ESPN was discussing it, I think, before the goal, because I know Dortmund were leading. I was supposed to watch the highlights. Okay, sharp. But we're not dwell deep on everything right now.
Sure.
PSV are doing well.
They are.
Is Dortmund a Champions League team?
I think they have what it takes, man.
Right.
I think they have.
Not to say that they can win it.
Yeah.
But you expect that you do not want to meet this team.
Look, they've kept most of their players from last season.
Yeah.
And last season, honestly, they lost. Last day.
Yeah, I can imagine how they sleep.
You understand? But they kept on pushing. Yes, the fire is out in terms of the league.
They are gone. If they catch up, I'll be impressed.
So it's gone. But I feel like they will be aware that, you know what, we can still push for
Champions League.
We can still go far in this competition. We can ride our luck. Maybe the draw will be for us.
Yeah.
We can face the better teams and maybe face a City in the final or a Madrid in the final.
Let me ask you a question, Vicky. How do you feel about this whole Champions League draw? Because I think back in the day, if I'm correct, they wouldn't draw. Okay, they would draw after last 16, yeah?
Sure.
And then draw again for quarterfinals. Right? And draw again for last. Now you know the road. How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
Do you feel like they should draw again?
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah, I feel like they should draw again. Bit of mystery, man.
Yeah.
Bit of mystery.
It is boring in the sense that you have to flip and fucking wait.
Yeah. so Pep will be looking and saying, oh, Bayern win. I might face them in the semi-final if I win the next game against so and so.
But don't you think as a coach it's helpful then? In the sense that, let's say as a Pep you meet, let's say Leipzig goes through.
It shouldn't be. It's the Champions League.
Then you can say
tough.
Right?
It should be. I understand why you say it's helpful.
I also feel the same
it is. On some level it is. But it shouldn't be. It's the Champions League.
Thank you, man.
You know,
you shouldn't have time to prepare.
Yeah.
Just know, okay, that
let's go.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks we're going.
Prepare in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now you can prepare ahead. Because I'm sure coaches like Pep, Klopp, whatever, they'll be like, okay, sharp. This is the type of football we have to play because we're going to play this type of teams. Even in the league, you already know. All right. We can move on away from this game. No? Then we have Inter Milan versus Atletico de Madrid. How do you feel about your boys?
I didn't expect them to win this game.
Is it?
Honestly. Away from home.
Okay.
Away from home against a finalist last season. Inter in the league have been very strong.
Yeah, I think it's 9 games unbeaten.
Yeah, so they've been playing well for me. I just knew that it was going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, we all know.
0-0, 1-0.
If you didn't know,
1-1.
As a fan,
it was going to be that type of game. But I wouldn't be surprised if they go, if Atleti go at home and
attack
and make Inter suffer.
Do you think at some point, because Inter are also known for their dark arts, they are known to say, okay, motherfucker, come through.
Come at me. So it will be an interesting game to see how they will play when they have the ball. How Atleti will play when they have the ball.
I caught the game because I was watching City. Yes. I watched City versus Brentford. I caught the game 60 whatever minutes.
Sure.
And it looked like they were like not struggling, but they couldn't combine anything.
Couldn't put passes through to honestly, Inter is a good team. I was not surprised. I was not surprised at that result. If you're on Betway and you were like me, you were like, I'm staying away from this game because
you were right. So who to go through?
Inter to go through.
You think so? That's a bit of a disappointment. Are we still saying that the 30 are still in transition from their ways of defending to their ways of attacking? But it's been 2 seasons now.
It's been 2 seasons. Look, don't get me wrong, the likes of Memphis have been doing well.
Yeah.
Of course, Murata and your boy PPC have been doing well. But I feel like Inter will defend that lead.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're not gonna.
And it's gonna be interesting to see how Atleti respond, and then the counter attack from Inter's side.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
If Madrid score first, then okay, all bets are off. It's gonna be
sharp. Then it's a tight game. Okay, sharp.
But the longer they wait to score,
then it's
the longer it goes.
Then issue. And then I didn't ask you PSV Dortmund.
Dortmund should go through. Man.
Okay.
Dortmund should go through. I think when you get there.
Signal in Duna.
Yeah, when you get there, it's tough. It's tough.
All right, and then yesterday, of course, we had Porto, who surprised the whole world. Did they? When they beat Arsenal 1-0? Was it a surprise?
I wasn't really surprised.
Is it? I feel like, except if you're an Arsenal fan, especially a delusional Arsenal fan, you thought this was an easy game for you.
Most Arsenal fans are delusional.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want to jump into that topic. You guys can fight with PK in the comments.
No, most Arsenal fans are delusional.
Okay.
No, the fact that you Arsenal fans have been saying, no, only Bayern, Madrid and City can beat us.
I didn't watch this game, right? Because I was watching my team, of course. And I was thinking to myself, how many of these players in the Arsenal squad have actually played Champions League football?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Compared to the Porto players.
Yeah, that's true.
And they talk about a team that usually loses players to good teams.
But I do think they'll go through.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I do think when they get to the Emirates, they'll just kick it up a gear. They will go through. But should they meet an Inter or PSG, like I said, I would like to see them play PSG. I think they will suffer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they will suffer. Just thinking out of Bayern, Madrid, City is the only teams that can beat Arsenal at this stage. Should they meet an Inter PSG?
Then it's a wrap. And I mean, quarterfinals, that's where you take out the week. That's when the week get out.
You understand?
Yeah, that's where
you understand. And these guys are chasing. Look, for them, they're in the worst position in that top 3. At least City is there putting pressure on Liverpool, but you will forget about Arsenal.
And I want to actually talk about that. I actually want to talk about that a bit later.
So,
if you're a football lover, follow the Portuguese league. It's a very tight title race there with Benfica, Sporting, and Porto. There, of course, we're going to talk about the best team in the world, Barcelona, who hosted at the Diego Maradona Stadium by Napoli. BK, you know, I hate talking about Barca. I love talking about City, right? And it's not because they're doing well. It's just that I don't know how to criticize Barca sometimes. We get the 1-0 lead. We do what it is in the first half.
But what did you expect playing Christensen as a CTM?
Apparently, he's been playing that position. And I was shocked because I've not been able to watch Barca games.
It's not good enough.
Like in the 70th minute, I was like, Chavi, man.
It's not good enough.
Like especially when you're dominating the midfield like that, you need someone who doesn't sleep. This guy was sleeping. He was 70 minutes. I was like, bruh, Like, and here's the worst thing. Like, you know how I'm sorry to talk about Busquets. Yeah, I know Christiansen, it's too much. Yeah. But like, you guys would win the ball, yeah. And Busquets already knows where that ball is going. You know what Christiansen would do? Because they're fucking defender. You put that ball. And I'm like, dog, relax.
And Romeo was there. Romeo was fit.
Yeah, but I think the issue again with Romeo, I think even when Xavi put in Romeo, he now realized the likes of Usman and that guy's name, Kvaratskhelia. I'm sorry, dog. Sometimes I can see it. They were now off.
Look, I know you're a Barca fan. I'm not a Barca fan by any stretch of the imagination. Humor me for a minute. This midfield, De Jong as a CDM. You have Pedri and Kondo playing in front of De Jong. Don't you feel like that could be a better midfield?
That's what I was thinking. But I just then realized that Torres is injured because he was playing well the last time I watched. I think I only watched Barca 2 games or 3 games, right? Then you're like, okay, there's João Felix, and why the fuck are you not playing João Felix?
Sure.
I watched João Felix play. I'm like, what's going on? It's like you're not even trying.
He's been out for a while.
Yeah, but it's because he's not trying. Like.
Napoli is a tough team to play with.
Yes,
and I would say, okay, I understand on some level why Xavi wants to do such a midfield that we're talking about, and he put in a defender as a CDM because maybe he's thinking of the threat of Osimhen. Because that guy can hold up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when he puts strong. Like when those
so what he did.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him do that when they get to camp.
Okay.
Just take off the chains and go all out and attack this team and score your 2 goals first, and then tell your guys defend.
Yeah. So now the issue when it comes to the defensive part, what I then realized is that Pep. You know what Pep, man? I didn't hate him, but I was like, I hate. Sometimes I don't understand you. When he let go of Cancelo, I'm like, I understand you guys are fighting, but he's a good player. But this guy defensively,
He made you suffer.
DK, he's just there. Like, how can you let Pedro overlap you as a left back to go and mark someone? So I get it's a bit tough for Xavi. Away from that topic, how do you feel Xavi did? How do you feel about him resigning before the end of the season?
For him to resign before the end of the season, I feel like he wasn't a good move.
Do you feel does it show weakness in a way?
Yeah. I've never been a player, but I'm not sure if I'm wrong. But when I'm watching football, I get to think to myself, if you say as a coach that at the end of the season I'm going, and you've only been with these players for a year or 2,
Sure.
Well, they want to play for you, knowing that you're going.
And I've been as a Lewandowski, you fucking pulled me all the way from holiday.
Now you're going.
You understand?
A Klopp I can understand.
You know the Klopp one, those guys will die for him.
Yeah.
Those guys will die
because you've been there.
Yeah,
yes.
I think they will die for him.
You understand? So, but
we're still building.
But you are Xavi.
You're giving up on us, basically.
Yeah. That's what you're saying to you.
You're giving up on us, but you're still going to be here.
So much cool.
Just go, motherfucker.
So it was quite disappointing, especially at this stage of the season. If it said so towards the end of the season.
Yeah. Listen, it looks like with the results, it sparked some results out of it, especially Lewandowski. I'm in love again. I was hating. I'm in love again with him. It seems like it did spark something. But again, I hate the fact that the players know that you're going.
So there's uncertainty at the club. And now, these players are thinking, as Barca, you really have money. Xavi took a wage cut. Who is a good quality coach that is going to come here and agree to take a price cut?
Listen, we spoke about this last year. Of all the coaches that have been mentioned, first of all, we cannot afford you, and I don't want you, Tuchel. Like, sure. Honestly, I don't want the guy in my squad, right? I feel like we cannot afford Hansi, sure. Right? And I've always said I'm against taking press.
Okay.
Yeah? Listen, I love watching taking press, but that's not who we are as a team. Klopp, he said he wants to take a break. She lied because we know he's going to nice sharp, so let's leave it out. And I know you said this again. You always fought about this to say, let's leave Zembri alone. But if you're going to take a coach that we can actually afford, it has to be.
Oh, Mourinho, Ole.
Yes, it's fuck. Yes! Yeah! Now I know why things are going better at United. No, definitely not. Alright, PK. Just on our last topic, let's talk about the Barclays Premier League.